I bet on myself. Okay, dream so big that they think I'm crazy. Let out the beast, no, they can't tame me. Don't play with me, better mind your business. I cannot stop now, I ain't finished. I'ma keep on going till I got that. Okay, the way that I'ma do it.
What is up, my dudes? It is Friday. We are about 1 week post Arnold, kind of getting back into the swing of things. Sleep schedule is back on track. Eating is a little bit back on track. Not as good as it can be. A lot of that is because I know I'm going to go on a work trip next week and didn't want to meal prep, only a couple of meals, so been eating a little bit worse than I normally would be. That's okay. I'm a powerlifter and don't need to be eating like a bodybuilder. That said, do make sure I get my protein in. So like I said, it's Friday. We just finished up my dynamic warm-up, about to roll out, get switched into my knee sleeves and squat shoes because we are doing my heavy squat and bench workout for the week this week. Typically, don't train on Fridays. It's usually my rest day. The gym I train at is hosting a charity push-pull event. My friend Ty is running it. Benefit the Salvation Army. Homeless people find homes, and yeah, so because of that, I'm gonna be helping run that tomorrow, and just had to move my train up a day. We'll see how today goes. We're kind of starting phase 2 of the Clash of Titans. Well, I guess phase 1 would be like that off-season kind of quick block. Phase 2, phase 3, I don't know. I'm not really good with the phases.
About to begin phase 2 of our evil project. Or is it phase 3? I don't know phases.
Kind of starting the last like phase of the program leading into the competition. We had started with that 4-week or so volume block, kind of ramped up the singles over the last few weeks, culminated in that 804 squat, the 909 deadlift, and bench. Not really counting that as ramping it up because I guess more so recovering on the bench. Now we're about to kind of drop back down, basically start like week 1 and wave back up with the singles, hopefully finish around like an 815, 821 squat. I'd like to get back up to like a 926 or so deadlift. Bench, we'll take what we can get. Again, that 540 to 562 range is kind of what I'm shooting for, so hopefully I can hit something decent today. My goal would be like 501 if things are moving well, possibly more, possibly a little bit less, but 496 would be kind of tracking what I want to do. So I'd be happy with that as well. Just 501 would feel nice to be back in the 500s again. We're gonna roll out, finish training the pre-workout, and then get after it.
This is what you're waiting for, people ready to ride. This is what you're waiting for, people ready to ride. I think I'm ready tonight. I think I'm ready tonight. This is what you're waiting for, I think we're ready to ride.
I say, hold up, got my glizzy, bang, bang.
All right, so that was my top single squat, 350 kilos, 770 pounds. Before we talk about it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me in the comment section below. And as always, if you guys need help with your training, don't forget to check out Proven Strength app. Link for that description below. Get access to 30 plus programs designed by Andy and myself, world record breaking programming at a fraction of the cost of a one-on-one coach. Power building, bodybuilding style training, bench only, squat only, as well as Andy and myself have our own personal trains that you can follow along with our training as well, which is the Clash of Titans prep, and I just added a 4-day option for my training. You also get added to our private Discord where you ask questions, get form checks, and talk about training. If you guys are using it, don't forget to tag myself and Proven Strength on Instagram so I can share your videos. And don't forget to grab yourself a black and gold acid wash Proven tank. Link for that description below. All right, so the top single, 350 kilos, 770 pounds. It moved pretty decent. Wasn't my best single at that, but I was feeling a little bit achy, and training on Fridays usually ends up being a little bit of a worse day for me. Overall, I'll take it. It was the heaviest I've ever done without a spot, so that kind of had me a little bit nervous, but we got through it. It moved decent. It's kind of week one of that final push that I talked about. So the plan is to hit the 770 this week, 793 next week, move up to 810 pounds after that, which will be a small PR for me, and then drop down to probably like 782 or so. And then at 2 weeks out, hit my last heavy squat, which I'm hoping to hit like 815 to 821. Something in that range will give me confidence going into the meet to hit, I think, something right around that range. I might want to kind of err a little bit on the lighter side for squats, leave a little bit in the tank, just because this meet is going to be one flight with basically like a 20-minute break in between squat and bench and deadlifts. I know if I go like all out max on the squat, it's just gonna tire me out so much for going into bench and then going into deadlift. I just feel like I won't have time to like catch up my breath. I think if I kind of shoot for that like 815 range, or if like 821's feeling like very confident where it's not gonna be like a max out grind, I could possibly go for that. But that's kind of where my head is at for squats. Squats this whole prep have been fantastic. Just need to kind of keep this momentum going. Yeah, come in feeling healthy and hopefully put something awesome up on the platform. A small PR, I'll take it. My body weight's staying right now just about like 220 to 221. Not really like trying to put on weight, but also not trying to cut or anything. I'm just kind of looking to maintain. And as long as my strength's going up, I don't feel the need to try and like bulk up a little bit. Like this is probably the most like muscle I've carried going into a meet. So yeah, if I'm doing that at like 220, and then the plan for after Clash of Titans is to do that one more meet at 198. So I'd probably want to lose 2 or 3 pounds. Because of that, I don't want to bulk up too much to like 225 or something like that. So that's where my body weight's at. Squats going amazing. Going to move on to bench now. You'll see the session and then we'll talk about it in a minute. So here is my top single squat, and then did some drop down work with chains. Bench session went pretty decent overall. We worked up to the top single, 227.5 kilos, 501 pounds. I'm very happy with how it moved. It felt controlled. It didn't feel like a full-on max out. It was heavy, but it feels really good to be back in the 500s, especially with just like kind of this whole prep with the shoulder. I was feeling pretty down about it, worried that I was gonna need to have like surgery. Honestly, having like some anxiety with like, oh, is my like lifting career like over? Like, am I never gonna get back to the top level that I'm at? And now, I mean, 500 is still very far away from my all-time best, but it's moving in the right direction. I have to put it in perspective that I still do have a few more weeks to gain some strength on bench. I'm like obviously not going to be hitting close to 600, but again, that 540 to 562 range, which is like kind of what I'm putting my head space at as like a end goal, is very much within reach. With that, rest in my mind to get back in that 500 range, which is like what I feel like I should be at almost year round. Even at that in the off season, at this point, I'd like to be hitting close to 500. So to be back in that range, still have a few more weeks to hopefully edge in a few more kilos here and there. I'm feeling a little bit more confident that potentially I could hit a total PR. So overall, we're saying 6 weeks out from the Clash of Titans, going to keep pumping out the videos, and we're going to wrap it up there. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, leave any questions you have for me, and check out Proven Strength app. We'll catch you in the next video.
We get that fresh glaze on the D-roll.